All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and I'm always happy to see our friends from the Piedmont in the stores. You know, Nebbiolo, one of the greatest varietals on the face of the earth. As far as I'm concerned, if I had one final wine to drink in my life, it might be a 1964 Gaia Barbaresco, or even a simple Gattinara from a great old vintage. You know, Nebbiolo has this pretty spice and nuance of the Pinot Noir varietal, and it has this incredible ageability, tannic backbone of Cabernets and Bordeaux varietal. So to me, it is the perfect varietal. Travaglini is a family that's been around for several generations. You know, the label was started in 1958, and they have owned 59 of the 100 hectares total in this appellation. So they own over half of the appellation of Gattinara, and I think there's only a few other, 3 other producers of Gattinara in the export market and 5 or 6 local guys. So a rather small appellation north of Barbaresco and Barolo, and has similar traits. But you get this granite and rocky soil here. It's high in iron, and you know, very distinct minerality to this wine. The first wine, the 2009 Nebbiolo Coste Della Sesia. This is their entry-level wine made from younger vines, and it's a 100% Nebbiolo. You are allowed to blend. They have Vespolina and Uva Rara that you're allowed to blend also. I believe it's 90% Nebbiolo by law, though. This one spends 10 months in Slovenian oak, so a traditionally, you know, style wine here. And a rather rustic quality to that dried cherry and fine herbs, black spices, tar, and black truffle. And you really notice the minerality coming through on this wine on the finish. A nice little entry-level Nebbiolo with soft tannins and lovely freshness, but that distinct rocky minerally note showing through even in this entry-level wine. A very good wine at $18.75. One of the things Travaglini is known for is a funky bottle, and one of the reasons we don't have it on the table here is because it's hard to fit those funky bottles on the shelf here. So we have had the Travaglini wines in the store, and like I said, they're very good. I love Nebbiolo, and a very unique expression of Nebbiolo. The Gattinara is 100% Nebbiolo, aged 3 years in Slovenian oak, a classic bouquet of tart cherry, dried rose petal, hints of red licorice spice, and that very distinct minerality that rocky soil brings that are high in granite and iron, smooth and layered. A wine on the tongue with excellent structure. This wine's got fine tannins, coming through a bit dry at the end, but still very young. This 2008 vintage, a really classic style vintage, really lovely balance in this wine. Needs a little bit of food. You know, these tannins, we had that Ossobuco the other night, which the marrow would have been perfect with this wine here. It would have mellowed out those tannins and really brought out the fruit in this wine. This wine's got a lovely freshness to the finish, echoing that minerality and excellent expression of Nebbiolo. At $30, really good little value too. And then the Vigna Gattinara, only producing great vintages. It's a blend of 3 of their historic vineyard sites. And this is the first year this wine has made it to Florida. And it's been made since 1997. Spends 3 years in Slavonian oak and another year in bottle before it's released. A very rich and concentrated bouquet of red cherry, exotic spices, floral notes. Really healthy dose of minerality here as well thrown in there. The same that runs through all the wines. You know, I'd hope if I tried these wines, I would guess Gattinara now. But definitely Nebbiolo, definitely the Piedmont. Very rich wine on the palate. Lots of red berry fruit, good hand of spice and minerals, fresh earth. This wine also finishes a bit dry, but has nice balance and depth of fruit, the spice and rocky mineral notes showing all the way to the end. Excellent juice at $48.75. And then the Gattinara Riserva, the big boy from 2007. This has got like lovely bright red cherry fruit, pretty floral notes, minty notes, a selection of their best vineyard sites, only made in great vintages, which means they didn't make it in 02 and 03 because they've only had great vintages the last 10 or 15 years here. Really pretty floral notes in this wine. That red cherry fruit really standing out. This wine says 3 years in oak, 1 year in the bottle also. Very complex and nuanced on the palate. Lovely zesty red berry fruit. The good hand of spice, those dried floral notes, and that strong minerality showing through on the finish. This is a wine that needs some time. Definitely be around 10 or 15, 20 years from now even. Most excellent juice at $60. That's what I had to drink with our friends from Travaglini Winery. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.